Hey, Kane.
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing well myself, my friend.
Well, how's the day so far, Kane?
Oh man, yeah, I can't front. It was a little crazy. Um, just a crazy day at work, crazy day after work, moving, all that. How
That's,
about you?
oh, it was a good day. Oh, it's almost
I,
early morning here for me. I'm the other side of the world.
oh, where you at?
I'm in India, Kane.
Oh, okay, awesome. How's that? How's India?
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I don't know much about India's culture. I know my good friend, and I might butcher his name. It's pronounced like Unchit.
Anjit, okay.
He's from India. He plays in a band over here called Multiple Homefront Chaos, and he's from India.
Mhm.
And he's kind of told me a lot about India. He said it's amazing. I've always wanted to go.
You should probably visit someday, Kane.
But yeah, I'd love to. I'd love to. That's so cool. I'm so excited now.
Wonderful, Kane. So, Kane, Seething Malevolence was out on July 8th. So, would you like to tell me a bit about the songwriting process and the production behind this new album?
Yeah, absolutely. So the the record is a lot more personal than our past release. It's a lot less like it's a lot less like I don't know how to say, like, traditional death metal. It's not really all about like the head. It is all about like making heavy riffs and the headbanging, but this process, we dug a little deeper. We didn't really compromise as much as we used to. We tried not to bind ourselves to the genre. We wanted to kind of craft our songs a little bit more intellectually, and make just like kind of push ourselves songwriting wise. But it started out with we've been writing. We actually wrote it before, a lot of it before COVID,
Mhm.
and then during the lockdowns we started to tighten things up, and it was a long writing process. It was a little bit over a year of
Mhm.
writing. And we had previously released two of the tracks on our old label Maggot Stomp, on a 2020 promo. And then so even since that, we had kept twisting and changing the songs and adding to them, and even in some cases taking away from them, and just to kind of give them their own personalities, and to do them the most justice that we could. So it was a very intense writing process, and it was a very I'll say illuminating process, because we learned a lot about ourselves as musicians and as people and as a band. So it was a really great, kind of scary, good thing. Yeah.
So, sounds good. Sounds good. And does Seething Malevolence has some kind of theme or a concept behind this album?
Yeah, it does. It has it's kind of a loose theme. Not like it's not like Cruelty and the Beast by Cradle of Filth or something, where it's about Elizabeth Bathory. Like, there is a theme, but the theme is the actual concept of seething malevolence, of your kind of, seething, you're projecting this malevolent energy, and it's the theme is actually about like inner turmoil, inner trauma,
Mhm.
and externalizing it, and then looking at it, and analyzing it in a way that hopefully you can better yourself. Or I guess the theme is like, if you don't deal with your trauma, if you don't deal with your pain, it will deal with you. And you can either externalize it and learn from it, or you can externalize it and become it. And that's the theme of Seething Malevolence. Yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful. And did you guys do something special on the day of the release on July 8th?
Oh man, I wish I could have. No, we did. No, that's not true. My girlfriend and I, we went and got steaks. No big deal. We got like we have a chain up here. We got a Texas Roadhouse.
Mhm.
Um, and we got steaks, and you know what? I think the special thing that I did, we didn't do this as a band, but what I did was I finally just sat back and enjoyed the record. And I listened to it all the way through a bunch of times, and I was like, man, like I'm really proud of this, and I can finally not have to deal with like, is the music video done? Do we have promo pictures? Do we have, you know, I just sat down and I listened to it, and I was just like, man, I'm very proud of us as a band, and I'm very thankful to Century Media and the whole team. A shout out like our manager Mark and um, Mike Gitter, Sonia. It was just such a cool thing to be able to experience this, and it was really put things in perspective for me. So that's the special thing that I did.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. And the touring is starting in August 8 in the United States. So how excited are you guys to be on the road?
It's exciting, it's scary, it's a lot. It's a lot of different it's emotional, I'll say. But a lot of our stuff that we need to get out of the way is taken care of now, and I'm just the thing about Vomit Forth is it's not a very fun band. It's very heavy, not just musically but thematically, and then we push ourselves. So there's a lot of, like, obviously we're anticipating it and then it's going to be fun and cool, but it's an experience when we play, and it can be kind of painful sometimes. So I am very excited, and I'm also anxious to see how people react to us now, because we are going full board and we're going a lot harder than we used to. So I a lot of mixed emotions, but overall very excited, and excited to see a lot of friends, and I hope that we have a lot of new faces out there.
Sounds great. Sounds great. And on July 14th, you released your music video for Seething Malevolence. So would you like to tell me which were the making and what was the actual song about?
So yeah, for sure. So Seething Malevolence is that video is the third video in this kind of trilogy of videos that we did. That my girlfriend and I helped shoot all the videos, and we the it's the end of the story. But what Seething Malevolence is about, and it's told through, there's a little bit of a narrative there, and lyrically it's told through like the eyes of a killer. And it's kind of like you have given up who you really are, because you, like I was saying before, like the concept of you externalized your trauma and your pain, and now you became it, and now there's really no looking back. And if you watch the video and you watch the three videos, there's kind of this story happening where the videos are for Predatory Savior, Carnivorous Incantation, and Seething Malevolence, but it's basically kind of a look into this person's psyche. And by the end of it, if you look in the videos, there's like this little shrine room.
Yep.
And by the end of it, the shrine room is just completely covered in blood. There's all of these, like, there's a dead body in there. There's like all these like entrails and stuff like that. And that's also when this kind of demon entity has kind of manifested itself, and it's there, and it's watching this TV, which is on the TV is it's us performing, but like the performance is supposed to be like you're looking at the performance could have been anything. It could have been this deed that you did, but it's the demon kind of controlling that performance. So that's the kind of story and what the song's about, and how the video ties in.
Sounds great. Sounds great. And this being the first full-length album from Vomit Forth, and how has the musical journey been for you guys so far?
Fun, very fun. It's been so we did have an LP come out before, but it was a compilation of different demos, and that was on a different label. But this one, like I said, the writing process was crazy. This actually, with this record in particular, wasn't just a musical journey. We kind of honed in our aesthetic, and we honed in our like I said, we did 3 videos. We're doing more videos, just so everybody knows. But we kind of honed in our aesthetic, and we wanted to kind of establish ourselves as more of a creative force than just a death metal band that writes hard riffs. So it's been a really fun journey, and it's been a bit challenging at times, but it's all worth it.
Amazing, amazing. And any big moments that you want to share with me today?
Yeah, for sure. We had a lot of cool moments, especially on that tour. I mean, I met, the current singer of Skinless. That was like a cool moment. He bought us wings. That was awesome. And playing with Internal Bleeding, and I mean that's where we got our name from. That's where we got a lot of our sound from, and meeting them, and that has been really cool and awesome. And I think one of the coolest moments for me was when we played Arizona, and we played the Nile Theater, and there was an insane amount of people there. Like, I think there had to have been close to 1,000 people there, and maybe in my head I just think there's more, but it felt like so many people. I was scared, and we messed up. We tried to do a walkout with our sample, and we messed it all up, and I thought the set was going to be bad. And we played, and it was actually an amazing set, and people really liked us, and they liked us so much that they were like, when they were circle pitting, like they would get tired, but they were like so dedicated to showing us that like they liked us, that they would literally be like, yo, I'm so tired, but they would be like walking in the sweat. And I'm like, yo, this is crazy, and I'm so like thankful that these people even like us or listen to us enough to just never stop moving. And that was a really great moment. So yeah, cool moments that I want to share. That's what we got.
Awesome. And
Yeah.
going forward, what would be the plans for the band apart from the touring?
So going forward, I mean, obviously touring, promoting Seething Malevolence, and creating as much content as we can around that record. Really want to create a not just a record. I want to create like an experience. So we're gonna really kind of push the visual element. Looking into not changing that up, but ramping that up a little bit. Going forward with the band, I mean, I want to create a more dense, layered sound and experience for every record. I want to do more videos. I want to do more interviews like this. I want to do not documentary, but I want to do like I want to kind of like open ourselves up more to the people that like are interested in our music and like it. And I want to do more like playthrough videos, and maybe show people a little bit of our creative process and stuff like that. And going forward, I just want to be more immersive. Yeah.
Wonderful. And Kane, finally, what would be the message that you want to give to the fans and to the metal fans around the world?
So yeah, this is actually very important to me. I say this every show if I can, but the message that I want to give to people is that, especially because of a lot of the time, people who are drawn to metal music or just heavy music in general, they feel alone, and that's why a lot of people are drawn to it, because there's this thing that most people find maybe a little bit scary or sometimes even stupid, and they'll maybe shun you for your interests, or sometimes your religion, sometimes, whatever your race, or your uh you know who you love or whatever. And the message that I want to give to people with Vomit Forth is that even though we make this kind of scary, maybe negative music, we do that because everybody feels negative, and I want to create an atmosphere where you can feel negative, and you don't have to feel alone, and you also don't have to be violent with yourself or towards other people, really, in a way that would hurt someone seriously. And I want to create uh an air of inclusivity, and you're never alone, and it's never worth a permanent solution no matter what. And I really hope that our music can reach people who are in a dark place, just like our music sounds dark, and maybe lift them out of it. So that's really what I want to convey, is that you're never alone. And if you feel like you're alone and there's a Vomit Forth show that's happening in your town, you know, during our set, you're not. You're with us, you know, and you'll always have a family there.
Amazing, amazing, Kane. Thank you so much for those beautiful words. And Kane, I want to thank you so much for giving me today this opportunity to have this great interview with you. A real pleasure to meet you here. And thank you so much for the amazing album, Seething Malevolence, a great album again. And thanks so much for everything you guys do for the musical fraternity. Thanks so much for that. And I wish you and the entire band all success in the coming days.
I very much appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Scale. Have a great evening. Bye-bye.
You too, my friend.